Hey, what's up, everybody? So, for those of you that seen the previous video where I forgot to turn on my microphone, oh man, they gotta suck. But I say a brighter side of all of this, that I got to do this all over. Say it all over again. You know, get my words right. So, in today's video, I want to talk about this topic right here. Have you ever wondered if your ex-boyfriend or your ex-girlfriend misses you? Me, at this point in my life, nah. I feel like I could do better than them, or I'm already doing better than them. So I don't care what they're doing. I don't care what they got going on, and I have no reason to think anything about that. But what about you? Do you miss your ex? Are you still thinking about your ex? Are you hoping that your ex is thinking about you? Typically, you're hoping that your ex person is thinking about you when you're going through a breakup or you're alone. So don't feel like you really need this person unless you really needed them and you depended on them in some form or fashion. Unless you actually gain some type of benefit from them that you can't live without them, then you don't need to run back to your ex. Stop wondering if your ex is thinking about you. You might think that they're the best thing you ever had because that's the only thing you probably had in your life. But if you got many men or many women, whatever your options are, you got plenty of options, you're not going to worry about if your ex is thinking about you or if they miss you or what they're thinking about. Like this guy right here, this man right here asked a question: do you ever secretly hope that any of your exes misses you, or let's say exes really miss you? No, I don't worry about if they miss you or not. What you need to do is focus on what you can do for yourself without them. Ultimately, the reason you start missing your ex-boyfriend or you're missing your ex-girlfriend is because they have some type of imprint on you. Y'all know the same thing that dogs do when they piss on a pole. They leave an imprint on you, and it makes you feel as if you cannot, do a certain amount of things that the next person has to do, So when something is imprinted on, like I said, like, just like a dog and everything, the next person, the runner-up, has to be able to match it or rise above that. And in most cases, most women, they fantasize about what they had in the past and everything. It's not just coming from me. I don't spoke to different women because they'll tell you like, well, I don't mess around with this dude, I don't mess around with that dude, and they tell you about all these different dudes. Like, what do you think they think about when they're having sex with you? They probably comparing, oh man, this was good when I had it with him, it's okay with this guy, and fantasize about 10 different things. And you know what, men do the same thing. So why are you worried about what your ex is thinking about and who she comparing you to? If you don't want a woman having an imprint, getting done in by a different guy, then you need to be the best guy. So that brings to the second reason. If you don't want that to happen, you need to be the dude that's on top and everything. So if you're not the number one guy, more than likely she's going to be comparing you to him. So this is another reason why you be missing your ex, hoping that they are thinking about you. But in the end, the only reason you think about them is because you haven't found the next level up. If you find that woman that tops your ex, the odds of you thinking about your ex and consistently comparing them to your ex is going to be low. So let's go ahead and read some of this guy's stuff right here. And like I said before, I'm glad that my mic is now working in, because before it wasn't even working. I'm like, how the hell did I turn this damn thing off? I didn't even notice it. But alright, it says, do you ever secretly hope any of your exes misses you? No, not one of them. It says, when I think back on previous relationship, I hold my hand up and fully admit that I sometimes hope a few are of the view I really miss him, or I fucked up there. He's the one that got away. I'm mainly referring to relationships when they have ended it. I can't really speak on his behalf because I've never been dumped by a woman. I've never had a woman break up with me and tell me, you know what, this ain't gonna work. The two of us shouldn't be together. It's over. I don't date many women, and every single time it's been me. I've been the one like, you know what, I ain't dealing with this shit. I'm out of here, man. I deserve better. So yeah, maybe you thinking this because you wanted to be the one to end it and you wanted to hold on to it, but you sound like you probably was the one that was fucking up. So yeah, now you're mad that you want them to still think about your ass and everything. The next thing the dude said is, in reality, I doubt they are. What leads me to say this is that I don't miss anyone who I have dumped, and I don't regret doing so. But I do regard that I was a decent enough partner and a kind / considerate person. So it does cross my mind what their stance is with hindsight. So what this guy is saying is that he only wonders if the woman that dumped him misses him. He not worried about the ones that he done. He only concerned about what was done to him. And this is a lot of people's problem because you're not seeing it from different angles, different perspectives. And this what makes me a little bit different than most people because I try to listen from everybody's angle. I try to look at any type of argument or situation like the person I'm arguing with, me arguing back at them, and how it sounds when somebody listening to all of us. So that's how I operate with my thinking and everything. But most people they like this guy. This guy said, "Look, I don't even give a fuck about how I feel, and if they missed me for breaking up with me, but the ones I dumped, who cares about them? Why are you worried about you getting dumped?" The main reason this guy's wondering if the girls that dumped him misses him because he didn't get the closure. He didn't get the satisfaction of saying that it's over when he says it's over. They said it was over, so now it hurts his feelings. Me, like I said, I don't know what it feels like because I never had a woman tell me it was over. I was always the one that like, you know what? I'm out of here, man. I done done my best by you and you still treating me like shit. You don't understand you got a good man, and when that good man is gone, you're gonna have nobody. And that's the reason I ain't never had this issue, because I was always the number one dude. I was always a top dude, and if you ain't the top dude, you're not gonna have that same power and leverage when it comes to leaving a woman. You're gonna have to always be at the woman's beck and call, and her always ready to snip the cord when she has the opportunity because you keep fucking up. So let's go on a little bit more, read the last part, what he had to say. It said, I've had one ex who reached out over many years after she cheated on me and I dumped her. And let me stop right there. A lot of times women, or people in general cheat is because they feel like you're not the best option and they don't know any better. Because if they did know any better, they wouldn't cheat. They wouldn't do nothing deceptive to deceive you or hurt your feelings in any kind of form or fashion or way. But, clearly this guy been running through women and getting dumped by women about at the same rate based on the way it sounds and everything. But, it is what it is. It says, and she said she regretted it and often wonders what it could have been. That's what everybody always say. What it should have, with wishes and fishes. It said, I got the impression that she's not happy in her current relationship. Either way, I don't reciprocate, but I find it, but I widely appreciate the sentiment. Yeah, you only care about women being miserable because you want them to be miserable while you be happy. Look, I don't wish no ill will on nobody. If a woman wants to be happy when I move on, so be it. If she's going to be miserable, so be it. Her life is her life and my life is my life. Let her live her life and then do whatever the hell you're going to do, because when it's all said and done, the only thing you can worry about is what you can do for yourself. Don't worry about what your ex doing if they still thinking about you on some bitter shit like this dude speaking in his post. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to make this video too long because I still got my food right here that I didn't get to finish because I thought I was done and I missed the whole video. But let me read some of these. I'm probably read about like 5 of them that I'm done, man. It says, first person, I hope I am happy. He said, I hope I am a happy memory that makes them smile every so often. Man, who gives a fuck about being a happy memory in your ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend's head? Man, fuck them. I don't care about none of them. Like, I'm living my life right. I don't live my best life. I thank them for allowing me to get away, allowing me to escape so I can expand my mindset. Hanging on to an ex-girlfriend will only slow me down. Like, I wouldn't be the man that I am today if I held on to them physically. I might have memories and things of what we done, things that were said, but I don't never have to go actually relive those memories and physically with those people. But the same thing that they taught me, like such as food recipes, places I could go on dates, things I shouldn't say to other women, I'm not gonna say it to other women, and I'm gonna thank them because they allowed me to learn from them. So you take what you can from people and elevate yourself versus being bitter, holding on, hoping that they think about you and they're rotten to hell because they're not with you. That's just weak, bitter talk. Don't act like that as a man. So the next person said, is a guy, I'm pretty sure. He said, he's the only one I'm trying to knock those last few reps out in the gym. Gotta love the forbidden prep. Look, I'm not worried about none of that shit on the gym. When I go to the gym, I go in there because I want to get fit. I want to get ripped. I want to get some muscles. I want to compete. I want to feel like a warrior. I want to destroy shit. That's what I do when I go to the gym. I want to lose weight. I go in there because I want results. I don't go in there so I could pout in my head about some female that I'm not with no more. That's weak thinking. Anytime I broke up with a woman and I hit the gym for me. I don't hit the gym to get a revenge body. I get the body so I can get some ass body. That's the type of body I'm getting. The dude that's trying to smash some female body, that's what I'm trying to obtain. But you got dudes in here to myself, look, I'm gonna go get ripped, and then I'm gonna post photos, and she gonna see me. She gonna see that I'm a big, muscular, strong guy. Who gives a fuck what she sees, man? Who cares? That's unimportant. Worry about you when you hit the gym. So, let's go ahead and read this person right here. They say, I actually feel bad for my ex from 46 years ago. Despite being highly educated, her life has been horrible and is on the brink of financial ruin. A lifetime of poor decisions got her there. Bad health too. My life has been charmed, although I worked very hard to get where I am, healthy and financially well off. Yeah, I feel bad for her, but she broke it off with me, so oh well. Look, either way, I don't know what none of my exes are doing. I blocked all my exes on social media. I muted their profiles. I don't talk to them on no text messages. They don't hear me through the phone numbers. None of that. We got nothing to discuss. I don't know what they're doing. I don't care what they're doing. When you sit there and hold on to small itty bitty pieces of information from your ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend, this allows you to have a small window or opportunity of trying to rekindle some flames and reliving old memories. Let that shit go, man. Toss it out. Get rid of all type of connection that you could have with them. If you knew that something was tied to them that might link you back up with them, throw it out. I don't care what it is. It could be an old photo. It could be an old hat. If you tell me that you got this hat from your ex-boyfriend, you never thrown it away, this tells me that man is living on. He has a hold on you to some extent, and until you could let this remnant, this ghost of the past go, then I don't want to be with you. And that's how you should be when it comes to people that hold on to things from their exes, and they tell you that they don't give a fuck about nothing you telling them. I mean, some folks say, oh, that's bitter. That's just crybaby talk. Man, I don't give a fuck, man. I don't seen how this turns out. I was seeing a woman holding on to shit from the ex-boyfriend, and when she hit the fan with the dude, they look at that shit and they start thinking about him, because that stuff is symbolism. You tell yourself whatever you want, but if you see something sitting around, especially me, I'm the type of person that when I get gifts and stuff, I like gifts that last and everything, so I can remember what it did for me and what it does for me now and where it came from, how I got it. Any gift that I got, I know if somebody gave it to me, who did it for me. So think of what if you dating a woman or a guy or whoever watching the video. What if you are dating a person and you know that this came for the ex? You want them to see that thing on the wall, a trophy that she won with her ex-boyfriend left and right, and she walk past it every single day, or every time she's sad, she stop in front of that motherfucker, just look up like, Jeffrey, I miss you. She don't say out loud where she stopped, like, you know, like the people in Pakistan be praying on their knees to the statue in her cabinet to her ex-boyfriend. You don't want that, man. So any woman holding on to, you know, inanimate objects and shit from their ex, I ain't fucking with them, man. They can go ahead and play that shit with somebody else. So, man, I had a lot to say about that topic. Let me see. This person said, never waste a second of my time thinking about what they think. I'm very happy now, and as a fellow human being, I hope they're happy too. But that's about as much as thought as I get them. And that's exactly how it should be, man. Who should be paying attention to their ex-boyfriend and girlfriend? Nobody. You don't owe them people nothing unless they are people you owe money to. Like you owe $10,000, and if you don't pay it, you know, some type of ransom, bad thing is going to happen to you. Then I don't see a reason to even worry about what my ex doing. It ain't nothing to do with me. I don't care about none of that shit, man. I don't worry about my damn self. This person said, I'm trying to get to that point. I'm thinking about my ex-fiance way too much. Granted, this is still recent. Well, that's part of the grieving process. If you broke up with somebody, or y'all broke up, y'all calling things off and everything, yeah, it's going to take time to get over a breakup. I read somewhere, you know, a few years back that for every year that you're with a person, it takes about 3 to 6 months to get over that person. So, say for example, you're with this person for like 5 years, it might take you, I don't know, maybe a year or two to get over it on, to somewhat get them out your system. It depends on your coping mechanism and how fast you get over things. Me, I don't know. I think I get over stuff. I got good coping mechanisms, but that's because I'm a realist. I'm an honest person. I try to see things from, you know, a real standpoint versus being delusional about shit. I see things as it is. If it ain't right, then it ain't right. If we broke up and it was my fault, then hey, I own up to it. It was my fault and I deserve it, and I hope she's doing better. That's how I am. But every man ain't like that. Other men, they, you know, like Usher, sliding their knees like in the confession video, trying to apologize to her. Hopefully she take me back. Don't do it, man. It ain't worth it. So probably do about like 2 more. It says, so anybody that's tuning in right now, the long story short, the question was, have any of the, what is it? Yeah, the real reason you miss your ex and everything. And this guy was basically trying to find out, do anybody else want to, I'm going to just go back to the top, read it. He wanted to know, do you ever secretly hope any of your ex really miss you? That's what he wanted to know. It's unimportant, man. Who gives a fuck what the ex is thinking, man? Worry about you. This man, he had deleted his comment. He probably said some stupid stuff. Yeah, comment deleted by a user. Because it probably was immature. It says, yes, I hope all of them miss me. Why? Why do you care if your ex-boyfriend or your ex-girlfriend misses you? Who cares what they're doing with their life, man? Let them live their life and worry about yourself. How about you get more, you know, females or something? I want to say something else, but, you know, we live right now. But you want to get more females. If you had an abundance mindset and more women, you know, in your arsenal, you weren't worried about what these women that dumped you or that's no longer what you're doing. Go ahead and level up in life and stop worrying about females that's not even thinking about your ass anymore. I'm going to do 2 more, man. Well, these 3 right here. This guy said, yes, unfortunately, she's such an oblivious narcissist. I doubt she ever does. Yeah, whatever. Next dude said, no, because holding on like that is toxic and really only serves to continue to hurt me. Yeah, you get the point. Leave the exes alone, man. Who cares what they thinking about? Like, you got other shit to be thinking about. Like, we got bills to pay out here. We got people dying of cancer out here. You worried about if your ex misses you, if they still thinking about you. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Alright, so this is the last one right here. But this person said all the time. What a sucker. It says, I have always thought that if any woman I love reached out after the fact and wanted to reconcile, I would accept, no questions asked. Man, get the fuck out of here. If we broke up and I feel like, well, I take that back. Nah, if we broke up, it is what it is, man. I'm about to sit there and keep dubbing back in your ass, because the more somebody keep breaking up with you, the more comfortable they're going to get breaking up with you. So if they broke up with you before, they might do it again. And you don't know what's going to happen. What if y'all move to like y'all second house and if she break up with you like 3 times there, then y'all on the verge of, you know, patching it up, but she want to move to the 4th house. What if you move with her and then she kick your ass out? You don't want to be in that predicament, man. So stop getting back with people that break up with you or people that left you in the past. This man said he will reconcile and make it work with no questions. I ain't making shit work. Make these nuts work, man. Get out of here. He said, we will work on our relationship and fix our problems, but I believe this has always rung true with me. Genuine love between 2 people is so rare and worthwhile that it always deserves to be rekindled. I have always secretly longed for this. Yeah, you up here like Tuck Everlasting and the Notebook and shit, hoping your ex-girlfriend comes back, man. If her ass had the audacity to leave me, girl, stay gone. I don't want your ass back, man. But yeah, weak men like this talking about he just wants to be loved and everything. He just wants the same woman that dumped his ass to take him back. If you had the audacity to dump me and think I'm gonna want you back, nah, I'm gonna remember everything. I'm not saying I'm a bitter or envious person, but I do have feelings. I'm gonna remember how I felt in that moment, and this is just how it gotta be. Like, even if it's a woman, coming from a woman's perspective, if anybody break up with you and then try to come crawling back, how could you possibly forget that? Unless y'all guys get hit in the head with a brick and you get amnesia, you're not gonna forget that. So the question is, do you want to put yourself back through that? It should be no. That should be the damn answer. No means no. Stop getting back with y'all exes. Y'all can do better and you should do better. So that has been my video, and this time I have my microphone turned on. I make sure this time I see the little audio capture input going along the screen and everything, so I know you people heard this shit this time. So my final question to y'all: how many of y'all are creeping back to y'all ex? How many of y'all are sad that y'all exes aren't with y'all? How many of y'all like, man, life was so much better with my ex? The question should be, why do you want to go back with them? What did you gain from going back to them? What can they possibly do for you going back to them? Me, my ex can't do shit for me, man. I could do so much better than them, and I'm already doing better than them. So with that being said, leave a like, comment, or subscribe. This your boy Labz, and I'm out.